welcome back, everybody. You continue watching the link. We do appreciate it. And we have another awesome interview about awesome people doing awesome things on our awesome island. Man, I should get paid every time I say like awesome. Somebody give me like 10 cents.
I got $1 for you, bro.
But there, thank you. But nonetheless, awesome is our friends at Westcare Pacific Islands. Of course, they are doing amazing things in our community. Their commitment and dedication to caring and providing resources is absolutely unmatched. So we have here Leslie Estrella and Kathleen Uggan in the Zoom room. Ladies, hafa and good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
All right. And this is a really intriguing thing we're talking about today. You guys are offering a free workshop for parents, as I understand it, as well as caregivers and young people called Colorful Conversations. I can't wait to hear like all about this.
Yeah. So we have this free workshop, and it's going to be really focusing on our parents and caregivers, because some of us might be, the Ninas and the grandmas and grandpas that are taking care of our youth or our students. And so we wanted to make sure that we provide as much resources for not just the caregivers and their youth, so that they can strengthen their relationship. Leslie will talk more about the content and the basically like the skills that are going to be imparted with the youth and the parents and caregivers. But we just wanted to invite the community and sign up for our free workshop. It's going to be on November 6th. I believe it falls on a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And this is really in collaboration with 3 youth prevention programs here at Westcare. And that's Thrive Coalition, Project Isata's Prep Pathways, and the Ilinat Lahu, or My Life. And the 3 programs have come together to just bring this to our community, because, this month is actually, October is National Youth Substance Abuse Prevention Month. And so one of the most effective ways on preventing our youth turning to risky behaviors or substance use is really having that bonding time as a family. And so through this workshop, we wanted to give them the skills to kind of guide them and get them started.
Yeah, Leslie, let's can we actually define what caregiver is? Because I love, Kathleen, how you said that, you may be the Nina, the Nino and everything. And everybody thinks of caregiver as, I've got somebody in my family who is sick or has some sort of disability, whatever the situation is. But caregiver actually is very, very broad. And I would even dare say, like, most of us on Guam, because of our familial nature, as you say, Kathleen, we are already caregivers, or we will be caregivers at some point. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. In terms of caregivers, on our island, like you stated, family is broad. It's not just a nuclear family. It extends to, our Ninas, our grandparents. So in terms of caregivers for this workshop, it could be a legal guardian. It could be someone that you're living with, that, your family, you have a family relation, and they're watching over you. Mm-hmm. We're not restricting it just to parents, biological parents, but just as long as you have a youth under 11 to 14 under your care, and this is where it's at. Because just like Kathleen stated, Kathleen, I'm not used to calling you by your full name. Kat stated, we have, it starts at home in terms of prevention, in terms of all that. A lot of our youth, in terms of risk, when it comes time, being this age, you're more inclined to try and be curious, and you don't know who to turn to in terms of questions, right? So I don't know how else to say this, it starts at home. So whatever your home structure is, like whoever your child or the youth that lives with you or that's under your care, they should be able to come to you and know and learn how to come to you and talk about these things if needed. It's not just general conversation about how school is, but this workshop would hope, our goal is to teach caregivers and the adults that surround the youth about their personality styles, as well as youth learning about their personality styles and how that can effectuate effective communication. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
Different personality styles, there's different ways to approach them. There's different ways to, start a conversation or engage in a conversation. So this is what some of the things that we're hoping, bigger picture type stuff, right? That this this workshop will be delivering.
And again, ladies, we're not just talking about like, extreme cases of, like, oh, okay, well, I have to take care of, somebody on a daily basis, but maybe even Kat, it's like, you said if you are the caretaker, again, like, an older sibling, an uncle, a Nino and everything like that, and you've got a young person under your care, and say if this person just starts to go through puberty and they're like, like, I'm getting mad for no reason, girls look kind of interesting this year and everything like that, they need someone that they can empathize with, or seek out for wisdom. I mean, I became a godfather this year, and it is completely new to me. I am absolutely green, and as a caretaker previously, I had to take care of my ailing father a few years ago, and even at that, it came out very, very suddenly. I was completely unprepared for it, so I did a lot of homework. I tried to study not only the administering of medicine and the mechanical part, but also the psychological part, and learning how to be a better listener, and that really, really helped.
Definitely, and this workshop will just kind of dive into that, where you've heard of the 5 love languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like that, where we, instead of just figuring out how do we receive or give love or express our love, but for this one, it's how do we express ourselves, and how does your youth express themselves? And sometimes we might look at our youth as, they're just quiet, they don't want to talk, they're just, they're not expressive, they want to be left alone, or why is he always talking? Why is my kid always talking about all these nonsense things or useless information? And so it's kind of just a reminder for our parents and for our caregivers and our youth to take a step back and also understand personality does my youth have, or does my parent have, and where can we meet each other halfway? What are some of the tools that I can use to further understand, and how I can communicate best? Because we have this thing where it's like it's a color wheel, right? So I'm actually I believe I'm a purple green, and then Leslie is a
yellow green.
Yellow green. Yeah, and so we have this tool that assesses, what are some of the tendencies that you have.
So Leslie's got JFK colors, basically.
Yeah. So then they come together. So it's going to be the parents and caregivers are going to be in one virtual room, and the youth are going to be in another room with facilitators, and they're going to be exploring those personality styles, and they're going to come together and kind of have a discussion and see, this is what I hope you would understand about my personality, and I would like to be communicated to in this way.
Okay, so Leslie, help me understand it. So it's not kind of like the traditional, tough love approach where I'd say, okay, well, I'm the authority figure, and like if you're having problems, this is what I say you do. This is almost like kind of like psychological negotiation, if you will, right?
Kind of, this is the role that I have, right, as an adult, and like I have 3 kids, and it's not all authoritative and how to parent. It's just how to build a better relationship while understanding what roles they have in their family unit, right? And Kat mentioned it's very weird, but we all know that 11 to 14, that's where all the changes happen. Like you could be living with this child, this young person for the longest time, but this is pretty much the age where they're coming into their own and they're still trying to figure it out. And with the personality styles, even as adults, like I took this test, this tool 3-4 years ago, I believe, and I was a purple, but then different changes, different attitude changes and mindset, even my colors changed. So parents, it's actually, and caregivers, it's beneficial for us to even know what our youth falls under and what their traits are and all this stuff. So even if they're still in that role of, I'm the parent, still respect me, culture-wise still has to be a big factor, but it opens up that line of communication. You know what I mean? Like how can I approach you, or how can you approach me? How can we make our relationship better? What can we do? What activities do you like? And then find a middle ground to just have these conversations. Because like I mentioned earlier, it could be light. It could be, hey, how's your day? Don't just ask me how's my day. Just be like, how's band practice, and what about, like remembering these things and how to approach it to where it's better than you get the responsive. It was fine.
I could even see
It was
this
good.
being, for lack of a better term, is Kat, maybe preventative maintenance, because if you're a caregiver or an authority figure in a young person's life that's kind of a little bit skewing a little bit younger than the 11 to 14 age, you could say, okay, there are certain behavior changes, as Leslie just said, that you're going to have to prepare yourself for. Because I remember, the KUN kids, when they would run around here, I'd stick a carrot up my nose if it would make them laugh and everything like that. And then they hit that point where that wasn't cool to hang out with Uncle Jace anymore. And then they went through the years of, everything's rebellious. And, it was like a little bit of a shift for me. I was like, I thought we were cool. And I had to learn how to adjust myself. And again, this was complete new to me. And like, it was almost like on the job training. So, I mean, I would have greatly benefited from this knowledge, heading into it. I would like to know what my color is.
Yeah. Well, just let us know and jump in, because we're actually going to do just a little bit of a dry run sometime next week or 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Oh, I am so in, please. So that being the case, and I know a lot of people watching this right now on the link are probably saying, that sounds really, really cool. How can people register? Is it just, just show up, or, I'm assuming registration, there is a finite number of seats.
Yes, we do have limited slots, but if you are interested in registering, you can visit our website, www.westcarepacificislands.org/events, and it'll take you to the registration landing page for the event itself. If you do have any questions, you can call 687-5605, and we can, answer any questions that you may have prior to joining the event. It is limited because we want to keep it a good number for us to handle. And we do have a few giveaways to include a family cute quality time kit that we've put together ourselves. The team's put together just for the families who participated to take their skills that they learned outside the workshop.
Nice.
So we are limiting it to 25 families. You can be one parent with more than one child that falls into that age range and still sign up. We're just basing it on families because we want everyone to leave with something good. And a bonus is if you're the first 15 families, you complete the workshop, you're able to avail of a $10 Payless gift certificate on us.
Very cool. See, I told you guys that Westcare Pacific Islands does really, really awesome things. you guys never fail to impress. You guys are always doing something really, really neat. So, Kat, let's give you the final word and everything. Maybe make a final push for people right now. Maybe they're a little bit, skittish on the fence, and they're like, it is an interactive forum. I mean, it's not just theoretical knowledge and everything. People are going to get something out of this because they're going to run through practical exercises and, and be a better person, be wiser, and know how to deal with these situations coming out of it. So what would your final sales pitch, I guess, be?
I guess for us, this is just a way for Westcare to provide another resource, especially during this pandemic. A lot of times where, our parents and caregivers, we hear them, we see them, they are asking for support services for their kids. And so we are hoping that this could be another tool that they can use in order to help their students or their child resilient to be able to adapt to the changing needs that they have, especially with what the pandemic brought on. A lot of our kids are really needing that social and emotional support. And so through our parent and caregiver workshop, we hope that this can just be a little tool that they can put in their toolbox and hopefully use with our QC kit and also pass those skills down to their kids and also to the family members that they have outside of their nuclear family. So, but thank you so much for having us this morning.
Oh, you're very welcome. I have yet to go through the program, but I'm really greatly looking forward to doing so. But I can already tell, I'm going to give it a great check plus already. Right off the bat.
That's what we aim for.
There you go. Well, it's a wonderful program, and please come on after everybody goes through the exercises. We'd love to hear, what some of the feedback is.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys are welcome anytime. Thank you so much, Leslie and Kat, and please have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
All right. So once again, that was the Greater Good segment right here on the link. That was, of course, Leslie and Kat. Greater Good, of course, brought to you by the J. Goodman Company, where they've got quality products, the best customer support, and friendly service. Order 24/7 at guamgoodman.com. You can pick up in person safely, or Guam delivery is free. Order with confidence in whatever format you choose to do so, because it is the J. Goodman way. And our friends at Guam Windward Memorial, where love is everlasting. If you'd like more information about their services or to schedule a tour, please call 688-6371. More link is ahead, so please stay with us.
Learn about people and organizations making a difference in our community on the Greater Good every Wednesday during the link. Building awareness, promoting events, generating change. Find inspiration to seek out the greater good every Wednesday. Listen, watch, stream. Miss the link? Miss a lot. Presented by J. Goodman, a happiness company, and Guam Windward Memorial. Celebrate life. The world of television is more exciting than ever. Don't miss a minute of special presentations.